Hello, beautiful little bee, and hello, beautiful little newbies. I'm very excited to have the channel growing slowly but beautifully, organically, with all these beautiful souls that want to be part of our hive. So, welcome, welcome. I apologize for I missed today's message, but there is a lot of things I want to talk about and get prepared for next week. And I was going to say next weekend, but no, next week we have Halloween on the 31st, which is 5 days from now. We have All Saints Days on November 1st. We have a new moon on November 1st. 31st and 1st is also called the celebration of Samhain for the witches, Wiccan, pagan bees, for lack of a better word. I think this is great because, this represent the being of the hive and outside of the hive. So, whatever religion, belief, non-belief, research, spiritual being that you may be. Apologies. So with the new moon, we also have the notion of a new phase, and we are ending a month and starting a new month. There is a lot of things to talk about. I feel unprepared, so I want to see what the energies may be like, and for all of us to be prepared for the end of next week and possibly the weekend. So for those that are interested, so we have Halloween. I'm not going to go on to the retrograde conjunctions and stuff because that's another story even. So Halloween, we all know, we all have an idea of what it is, but according to the Moonly app, the holiday is celebrated each year on October 31st in many countries around the world. The English word Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve, the eve of All Saints' Day. How to spend the day. Roots of Halloween go back to the Celtic festival of Samhain. See how jointed everything is? I love this. Inheriting its symbolism, Halloween has also acquired many traditions of its own. On the night of October 31st to November 1st, children and adults dress up in costumes and go around the neighborhood, knocking on doors, asking for sweets with the phrase trick or treat. Since the 20th century, there has been a tradition of making lanterns out of pumpkin with a face carved out, jack-o'-lantern, in honor of the old Irish legend about Jack the Smith, who tried to trick the devil. Witches and their faithful helpers, black cats, are considered symbols of the holiday, and so much more in my opinion. Houses are decorated with candles and lanterns and other appropriate attributes. Here we are. Cobwebs, figurines of bats and ghosts. Halloween opens up opportunities to explore yourself and your hidden inner world. On this day, you can face your fears and observe what emotions and feelings rise up in you. You can watch scary movies and suddenly realize that this is an interesting way to release tension. You can dress up as a witch and discover the archetype of a priestess with secret knowledge. Or one may discover that making tea or mulled wine is like creating a healing drink, where one can put not only honey and cinnamon, but also an intention for fruition of dreams. You can get important answers by asking tarot and runes for clues, which we can do that all year long. Try to take every opportunity to step outside the box and explore new facets of yourself. Happy Halloween, and I want to say happy life to that. Drinking to you here. Okay, so that's a little story about Halloween. Now, Samhain. The ancient Celtic festival of Samhain celebrates the end of the harvest season and agricultural year. For several days, people shared the harvest, stocked up for the winter, held feasts, and performed rituals. A large bonfire was the focal point of the festivities. It was lit by the Druid priests by spinning the wheel, symbolizing the sun. Each member of the community lit a torch from it and brought it into their home, where all the fire had previously been put out. People also jumped over bonfires and led cattle around to get rid of illnesses, which is interesting because in France we have St. John's Day, which is, I cannot remember if it's June 20th or 21st, but we used to have the bonfire and people jumping over and lovers, holding hands, jumping over the fire for good luck. So you notice how this is like on almost opposite times of the year. But I believe this is like the equinox of summer that we do that. But like the bonfire has something pretty powerful. It was believed that on this day, the boundary between the revealed and the unrevealed world thinned out. The spirits of the departed would return to the world of the living and visit the loved ones. I love that, how they show how important it is for the people celebrating the Day of the Dead in the Hispanic world. Like in the Disney movie Coco, it was truly something. To honor the ancestors, people put extra curly at the table, left treats, and recited prayers. Samhain rituals. Samhain night is a period of transition, bringing together summer and winter, light and darkness, old and new, the living and the dead. The holiday helps to say goodbye to the past and clear space for new energies, which, notice how this is the same thing we do with each new moon. A new moon is a new beginning. We use this day for a clean slate and start to gather your thoughts and plan for the coming months. So this is exactly the energy that the new moon is bringing on the day of Samhain. I mean, Samhain is 31st and 1st, but on the day of All Saints' Day. So there's a lot going on here. On this day, it's good to get rid of everything that needs to go. You can clean your home, give away, or throw away unnecessary things. Think about what connections, activities, and relationships you need to let go of. You can write a list of things you would like to get rid of and burn it. To enter the new year refreshed and free, it's better to pay off all the physical and mental debts, keep promises, finish things, let go of all grievances. Keep away from unnecessary sources of information on social media and clear unnecessary data on your gadget. So clean, clean, clean. And close, close, close. Make your own altar, which can include candles, crystals, things and jewelry you value, symbols of the four elements, fresh flowers and autumn leaves. Light candles and herbal incense at home. You can go into each room, fanning smoke into every corner. It's kind of like the first day of the month, and look at this. This is going to be the first day of the month. It's beneficial to use salt, add it to water while cleaning, and also soak crystals and ornament in salt water for cleansing. Keep in mind that not every crystal can be soaked, so make sure you can before you destroy your crystal. It is good to light a lamp with essential oils, add them to the bath and apply them to the skin. Again, be careful not to use toxic ones. On Samhain Day, we get closer to the spirits of the departed. You can talk to them mentally or write letters to them, recite prayers in a way that resonates with you. Practices for cleansing, ancestral programs, and meditations to get in contact with the kin are intensified. You can spend the evening in solitude or have friends or family around. It is favorable to cook food together, bake an apple pie, make hot drinks. It's a good day for getting clues from the universe, so you can use tarot, runes, metaphorical associative cards, and oracle tips. Before going to bed, you can engage in meditations to let go of the past and get ready for transformation. Let the day be filled with a luminous atmosphere and deep meaning. The app also has a couple of meditation. There is unification with the kin, and there's an article about connecting with the kin. This is I love this app, but there is so much. Okay, and now for the new moon. on November 1st, which is also going to be a Friday, which is a day of Venus. The energy of the new moon, as mentioned, is minimal. We need to take care of ourselves, avoid stress and overwork. So everything that you get to do to prepare for Halloween and Samhain, try to make it before so that you have a nice minimally stress day, or minimal, however you can, no stress. A perfect day for spiritual practices, cleansing, and setting intentions for the month. And devote some time to calming your mind, restoring contact with your body. On top of everything, this is a World Vegan Day, so you do with that what you want, and you can do some research on that, but to me it speaks for itself. Stay away from meat. And this is also the Hindu holiday called Diwali. And between parentheses it has Deepavali. Diwali or Deepavali is from Sanskrit meaning row or series of lights. It is an ancient Hindu holiday symbolizing the victory of light over darkness and the beginning of a new cycle of life. That also on the 1st of November and on the day of a new moon. The celebration falls between the end of the rainy season, the harvest period, and the beginning of winter, showing us also how all holidays, all religion, all ways of thinking, all come from the same. If you feel like if you feel it like it all comes from the same root, we all, with different words, with different ritual, with different way of thinking, we all celebrate the same thing. We all look for the same protection. We all look for love. We all look to be prepared for the world in the same manner, with whichever word you want to use or describe it like. Diwali is also known as a festival of fire. Fire symbolizes the divine principle in every person, the eternal soul, all the purest and the most beautiful in them. So, on the Day of All Saints and the day of celebration of the dead, we are also thinking about our eternal soul. The flame expels evil forces and evil spirits, cleans space, and gives light. The celebration lasts for 5 days, each dedicated to the praise of a specific deity. The 3rd day falls on the new moon. Oh, so see, so the new moon, I love how the app talks about this holiday and how this also starts. So that would be on the 30th of October. So the 3rd day falls on the new moon when the main event takes place, the Festival of Lights. People gather. This is incredible. That means that because it's celebrated on the new moon, this holiday is falling at the same time, because Halloween and Samhain are always on the 31st and the 1st of November. All Saints' Day is always on the 1st of November. On the 2nd of November, we have All Souls' Days. And this time, the Hindu holiday also happens to fall at the same time. To talk about converging energies and people celebrating all the same type of thing at the same time this year. So people gather for mass festivities where huge effigies with terrible images of the King of Darkness, Ravan, are solemnly burnt. This symbolizes the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, truth over falsehood. Music played on the street with fireworks going off and firecrackers exploding constantly. The holiday is dedicated to the goddess of prosperity, Lakshmi, the wife of the god Vishnu. People pray to images of statues of Lakshmi, make offerings of fruit, milk, and sweets. It looks like the Hindu god, like fruit, milk, and sweets. Rangoli are painted on the floor and walls in front of each entrance door. It's a colorful ritual ornamental prayer made of colored sand and painted grains. It is believed that negative energy gets entangled in a complex pattern and does not enter the house. In the honor of Lakshmi, lamps and candles are lit in houses as well as small outdoor fireplaces. Again, even if it's an outdoor fireplace, think of it as a small bonfire. Traditional burning oil lamps are called Deepa. According to legend, on a moonless night, they illuminated the path home to god Rama after defeating Ravana. Family members and close people give each other gifts and sweets, play outdoor games and gambling, do charity work, and women draw mehendi on their hands. Give me 1 second. And I did a little sip after that. In order to receive the grace of the goddess Lakshmi on this day, it is favorable to clean the house, decorate it with light, lamps and flowers, and also draw a rangoli pattern in front of the entrance. You can repeat or listen to the mantra Om Rim Sri Lakshmi Bionama. Honoring Lakshmi brings prosperity, love, joy, success, and abundance, and you notice how the ritual is the same. Cleaning, getting rid of all energies, and, be ready for the new. So, as I mentioned, I don't know how long we've been going on already, going on 16 minutes. That was a lot of things. So I did not want to do the traditional Samhain spread because there is so much going on and I want it to be just Halloween. I don't want it to be, we have the new moon, so we have the energies of the new moon readings that I usually do. Let's see if I can find it here. Where's my new moon spread? Full moon. I'm gonna have to take my book. Apologies for the pause. Lunar eclipse. Okay, I'm gonna take my book out to remind you all here. As you can, like I said, I feel very ill prepared. So, the new moon, we talk about your thoughts and feelings that are present. We visualize the life that we want. We set intention and we have a divine message from the universe. Okay, so setting intention, life that we want, reflecting on what's going on now, right? Okay. This is the energies of that's going on right now. The spread, the Samhain spread that I've been wanting to use, Samhain is focused on connecting with the ancestors. So I found one that's a spread posted by kikidombrowski.com. It's called Witch's Samhain Spread, and we are going to see what we need to banish from our life, so what we need to let go, some things that we need to change in our life, a message from our ancestor that could replace a message from the universe, something that I'm not sure about that we'll see. It's a magical power and how to enhance your spirituality, a forecast for your love life, and a look ahead for the coming year. So I feel this completes, this is like a good combination of the new moon, of Halloween, of Samhain, because we have a little bit of everything. So this is the spread. Oh, and since this is here, this is another wonderful little object created by Crystal. You notice how she honors the channel. Thank you, Crystal. Love this. I got that for my birthday. It's been staying here. I don't know if I talked about all the stuff she sent, but that was supposed to be, showed. So should I pause? You guys fast forward. I'm not sure what deck we are going to use. What I do know, though, is that I'm going to use Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light, since we are talking about defeating the darkness and stuff like that. Maybe I'll use the Good Tarot, who knows? Maybe the Halloween Tarot, I don't know yet. But let's see which divine, I would love to see Lakshmi, but that would be fun, right? Let's see, which divine energy, s'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides d'amour, is going to guide us for this Halloween, Samhain, All Saints Day reading, s'il vous plaît, energies. Which divine energy? Which, oh, here we go. We have Lord Shiva. Okay, we are with Hindu energy. It talks about transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, which is what we were talking about in the description of Deepavali, I think it's called, that holiday. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. This is I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. We have, okay, well, it talks about transcendence. We have the snakes with the transformation here. What do we have? Connection. Honor your inner force, which I think and feel can be brought by your ancestors, your history. Love how he has a bunch of beads, like how everything is connected here. And we have a small moon, so it's kind of like the day or so after the new moon. What do we have at the bottom of the deck here? We have Hilarion, divine healing. It also makes me think of the color of Raphael here. Honor your sensitivity. So that's the second time we're talking about honoring something. Honor your inner force, and here honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. I want to read, because I guess I'm under reading, a little bit about do we see them both? Yes. About Shiva. Since we are on Hindu stuff, it's funny how we are covering the whole, I was going to say northern hemisphere, the whole world I'm picturing here, between like Europe and going on the other side with Asia. Shiva. I don't remember Shiva coming up much. It is, oh, I have to go to L because it's Lord, JKL. Lord Shiva is one of the India's trinity of male god figures. He is depicted wearing a cobra around his neck, representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego. Surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging the three aspects of divine masculine power of India: creator, perseverer, and destroyer. He is known as a destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to destroy fear. He is a facet of the Divine Father energy and offers paternal protection, support, and guidance. He is also acknowledged as a cosmic dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos, which is amazing energy also for Samhain, right? He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure and into clarity and connection. So, amazing. I love how, even if I was like, oh, I would really like to have Lakshmi, and that's why I picked this. I was like literally trying to make this energy show up the same way we had energies I was calling on a couple of previous readings. But I'm, what's the term? The guides, like, they are telling me shut up and we're going to tell you what it should be. That's, I'm not feeling it like this rudely meant, but more like, again, they are right. This energy to me is really describing what's going on next week. And retreat to recharge and heal. Honor your sensitivity. It feels like some of you, me included, have certain fears, and we are called to not just face them, but use them and go over them and dance Steps are being given. Honor your inner force. Okay. Because it's I'm having a little hard time concentrating. You're probably feeling it too. So because there was so much to read, and like I said, so much to talk about. Hopefully, I'm going to post this reading. I'm not even sure yet because of how it's going. I'm like, what's going on? S'il vous plaît. Nos anges, nos guides, our saints. Which saint is going to be guiding us also through this reading? For our little bees, for the energies of this new beginning that we have with this new moon. This, thank you. We have two. Voila. Saint Jude, saving grace, and look at all the moon cycles at the bottom of the deck. Saint Teresa with divine ecstasy, and Saint Joseph. Wow. I'm being a little not, what's the term? Again, like my mouth is closing with this because Saint Joseph is, I was going to say the father. He's like, we have the protector of the males with Lord Shiva. I mean, not so much the protector, but the energy. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. The energy of the protector, the father taking care of his family, being the provider, the warrior, saving, like that protection that for those of us that have been lucky to have like that hug, that you have from your dad, that when you feel safe and protected and happy. And with Saint Joseph, we have this too, because Saint Joseph may not be the physical father, the biological father of Jesus, but it's interesting that he goes with divine creation. So obviously, I'm going to have to read about this. And it's interesting how we have Saint Teresa, who makes you think of Mother Mary as well, with the nun, like the wife of God, and the trust in God, the divine ecstasy. Teresa, I forget about her story right now. I don't necessarily know. We'll see if it's necessary to talk about it or not. But to me, this is like the ultimate trust in God, and in the universe, and in miracles. But with Shiva and Saint Joseph. So to go back to Saint Joseph, he was a protector of his wife Mary. He's the father, he's a worker, was there all the way to raise his family, even though the whole world, and he knew since the very beginning that he did not father Jesus, yet he was loyal, he was protecting, he was like the father, like the father everybody wishes to have. And that's the energy. Now I noticed how the colors are also, in the brown and in that fall color, and with the gold. And see, I love how the guy works things out, and how I'm now feeling a certain calmness. Okay, let's talk about Saint Joseph. There could be, for some of you, if you are not wanting to have to create life right now, I mean like an actual child, watch out, because I feel like there could be, for those of you that are going to have some wonderful intimacies these coming days, be careful. And if you want to create life, it feels like these energies are right there with you. Go daddy. Saint Joseph. patron saint of Father and the Divine Masculine. He's celebrated on March 19th. I'm going to let you look at these pictures because it's beautiful. Of all the saints, Saint Joseph is arguably one of the most favorable, beloved, and honored. Joseph's exceptional and admirable qualities include his divine virtues of surrender, steadfastness, and his non-judgmental nature. Christian scripture places Joseph as a partner of the Blessed Virgin Mary and the mortal father of Jesus, who he helped raise and care for. A loving father, supportive partner, and hard worker, Joseph is heralded as the icon of divine masculinity, both loving and strong in all forms. He was a skillful man of great inner knowledge and heart. Also, because he was a carpenter, I'm feeling that this message could have certain meaning for people working with wood, people working with their hand. And I had a joke, the guys are guys are funny, with wood that takes me back to the creation of a child here. This is very strong, so if you are trying to get pregnant, now is the time. But there is that he's presenting the baby to, like, there is such pride and love for the child. Oh, and I want to honor the stepfathers with the energy of Saint Joseph here. So when I say I, obviously this is a message that's coming out with the card. So it's what you may need to hear. Some of you may need to be reminded that as a step parent, you do a lot more than you imagine. So remember that, because some of us may feel like, we need to step back because we're a step parent. But I'm not telling you need to replace the parent, but you are an extra parent, so an extra blessing in a child's life, hopefully. Try to be. The oracle meaning is Saint Joseph, emotionally, Saint Joseph teaches us to realize our life and our purpose, conferring you with knowledge of your own meaning in the world and the courage to grow and succeed. Where there is a door shut, Joseph will bid you a ladder to get through the open window. Spiritually, he governs the heart, throat, and crown chakra to pull through healing energies, to repair the aura and flush our negative blocks created from within. You are guided to sit in silence and meditate on the energy of the creative and divine masculine to help manifest energy in your life. The patron saint of fathers and family, he is appealed to by fathers, expectant mothers, craftsmen, house sellers, and engineers, as well as the homeless, and is called upon by the unemployed for assistance with finding and securing employment. So on top of him, you can also ask Saint Anthony, which always will help you find what's been lost. But I love that we are reminded that he helps you with looking for, with employment comes security. So, and the home. He can help soothe family life, mend rifts, repair broken relationships, and build close bonds. He is also often called upon to assist those caring for the dying, giving last rites for a peaceful passing. Again, an amazing energy to have. Thank you, Saint Joseph, on this weekend with All Saints Day, this end of the week. His altars are served with adorned with bread, pastry, cooked fish, fava beans, hammers, nails, doorknob, candles, and flowers. The invocation is Father of Peace. I'm going to read it and then show it to you. Father of Peace, of craft and change, teach me the ways to love again. If you want to take a screenshot of this prayer, it's simple to remember. Okay, so I feel like so loved and happy and hugged and well, and I can stop the reading now. Just kidding. Let's see. Here, I don't know about using the good tarot, but the good tarot is very earth related. So, and I wanted to use, I want to go into okay, you know what? Let's do this. We have the good tarot here. We have the Halloween tarot. I wanted to use, you know, I think I just, let's see. I'm going to use a pendulum here to see which one. Because I wanted to use, my first thought was I want to use Nightmare Before Christmas. And then, I wanted to use a Halloween tarot. Then when I was starting to do this, I had the desire to use... Anyways, like I said, I'm confused. So let's see, s'il vous plaît, nos guides d'amour. Which deck are we going to use? S'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour. Are we going to use the Halloween tarot or the good tarot, s'il vous plaît? Which deck to use, s'il vous plaît? Which deck should we use for this reading, s'il vous plaît? Please point towards the deck to use. Okay, I don't know about you, but it looks like... Okay, stop, thank you. Dear Pendulum, are you pointing to... I'm going to ask for the circle as a yes. Should we use a Halloween tarot for this reading, s'il vous plaît? Should we use a Halloween tarot for this reading? Okay, I don't know about you, but that looks like a yes to me. So stop, thank you. Very good. We'll use a Halloween tarot. Interesting, because I was like, I want to use a good tarot. Okay, that takes care of that. See how you can just trust the universe, and we'll get the messages we need to hear as usual. Okay, so we're going to use the Halloween tarot. S'il vous plaît. Let's give us clear messages for this full of energies. Halloween, Samhain, All Saints Day. Where do we have the Hermit, which was the energy of Hilarion here. It's interesting how we have the heart chakra here, so the healing of the heart energy with Hilarion. I mean, he has the green on the heart here, so I can't help but thinking of that. And with Saint Joseph, who went on talking about the plexus, heart, and throat chakra. So to me, it feels like there is also some stuff you all need to talk about and communicate. Probably with family members, because there is a lot of family-oriented energies here. S'il vous plaît. Okay. Can I get a clear shuffle? Clear message for this Samhain spread. For our guide, s'il vous plaît. Okay, what do we have at the bottom? The moon. I love this. Okay, so with the moon, I can already tell you that we may not get all that we need to hear, because there is still some mysteries that the guides want us to discover when it will be time to discover. This moon... I'm sorry, I have to look at it because I love how, you know, in the classical tarot, you have the river and the lobster. The lobster is the crawfish is poking out of the water. It's like your emotions coming to the surface, and we have a dog or a wolf howling to the moon, and we have another dog there, and they're both separated by a river. In this case, there is no separation. the crawfish is in the tree as a drawing. Quite interesting. And he's howling at the moon, but we can see a house. It's like somebody stopped by this fence here to try to go, and I don't feel like there is a desire to go eat the sheep that's in the valley of this castle, but more like desperation, more like this is a werewolf that's trying to find himself, and there was the honoring your inner force. So maybe it's possible that some of you have like this shy way about you, but inside you are this werewolf that's dying to come out and be free, but not to be violent, but to, I'm picturing like that extra joys and freedom to run through the woods, kind of like excuse me, for those of you who've watched Twilight, when Jacob changes into a wolf to go run free and not think about his human problems. Okay, let's see what this is about. Alors, the first card. It's what do our little bees need to banish from their life, s'il vous plaît? What is it that our little bee need to banish from their life? The Ace of Bats. I love it when the guides, when the answers taken from the cards are like the stuff that you need to banish ends up to be a positive card. So now I have to figure out how negative this is. Okay, so the ace, the bats represent the suit of the sword, the suite of the sword. Okay, the sword is a mental. I'm working this with you so you can see where we are going together, right? So the sword is the mental. The ace of sword would be like the universe. It's literally the universe. So you can see the hand coming out of the cloud, sending you the word to say, the great idea, the creative moment. The ace is the energy of you grabbing what the universe is giving you. And in this case, what we need to banish is exactly what the universe is giving you. Okay, head scratching moment. What I feel here, based on the drawing of this card, remember we asked the pendulum, so we asked our guide through the pendulum to tell us which deck to use. But you know what, out of curiosity, let's see what the Ace of Swords would have been here. So you can see why it is fascinating to have different decks. And hopefully we won't take forever to find it. Ace of Water. S'il vous plaît, Ace of Fire. I'm finding all the aces. Ace of Earth. Oh, that's funny. It's gonna be on the other pile, of course. Chariot. This card is so beautiful. The Halloween deck is cute. These are stunning to me. Come on. Ace of Air. See, I mean, we definitely get two different things. Like, I would tell you, like, this is freedom, you know. Look at this Ace of Air. Beautiful. But like, as much as we have energy flowing in this one, like somebody that's going on, you know, and running and flying with this idea, this guy is like, so there is wings here too, interestingly enough, but those wings are open. This guy's wing are open, but to me it's more like there is one open, one closed. I don't know what I want to do. I'm upside down like a bat, you know, like it's on the It's on the rest mode. I cannot help but thinking of the Hangman when I look at this card. I don't want to put the deck away just in case I have to go pick something. So, to me, what you need to stop doing is waiting for the universe to give you the idea. Like, it's like you're standing there like, okay, universe, give me my idea. I don't know what to do. I'm like, one wing open, one wing closed. You know, that saying, help yourself and God helps those who help themselves. I feel like this is it. Like, stop sitting. Like, my friend says a lot, a body of motion is a body that keeps moving, something like that. You need to get on with the action to get the creative mind going. So it's not by just sitting here and turning your thumbs and even looking at even if you try like the Hangman to look at things from another perspective, it's not time to look anymore. It's not time to keep thinking. It's time to keep going. So get out of the inertia. It's time to get moving. Okay? That's what I'm getting out of this. What you need to banish from your life is inertia. Get going. Stop just be like, is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? And waiting. Because it feels to me like you're waiting for the universe to do something. When the universe is actually telling you, get up, get moving, go do something. What is something that needs to change in our little bee's life, s'il vous plaît? What is something that needs to change in their life? Two of Bats. See, indecision. You need to stop sitting and waiting. Like you refuse to move. And this one, she doesn't even have the swords. Well, because, you know, it's bats anyways. But she's got these two ideas. She's crossing her arms. You don't even see that your cat wants to be playing with you. You're just sitting here. I don't want to. I don't want to. Do you need to stop? I mean, that's what the universe is telling you. Like, what you need to change is this behavior of just waiting for things to happen to you. Sometimes you just need to act. And it truly feels like this energy with everything that's happening here. You are just like being pushed against the wall. You need to make that decision. And with the decision that you're going to make, no matter which decision you are going to make, because that's the beauty of the Two of Swords, is that we are undecided because the two ideas may be good. If I can give you a piece of advice with that decision that you are refusing to make, think about the one that you would feel relieved if it didn't happen. If that doesn't happen, you'll be like, whew, okay, so then go with the other one. That's a process, like that should help. Okay. Oh, what a message from your ancestors. What do your ancestors, what message? That's like a global, okay? We only have a small hive, but maybe if many people are going to listen to this, we need a message from our little bee's ancestors. Let's try not to be overwhelming, s'il vous plaît. I can feel like some cold air, so and I turned the fan off because I was a little cold. Can I get a message from our little bee's ancestors, s'il vous plaît? The Emperor. Okay, so do you know what the Emperor is, my sweet bee? I love how he's also making me think of the Hierophant here, with the two things in his hands. The Emperor is the father of all the kingdoms. He's like the main energy, like the representation of the four kings together. He's the energy of the dad. So we have Saint Joseph, we have Lord Shiva. I'm like, both my dads, because I have a biological father and I have a father that raised me, kind of like Saint Joseph. So this is very touching to me because the message I'm getting here is that you have the love of your father. If your father or grandfather, it's a very strong female, masculine energy that wants to remind you that they are here to love you, that they protect you. And it's funny because I heard that, I believe, yesterday too. If you have a masculine father that was very close to you, or you know what, even if you don't know them, what I deeply, sincerely feel is that no matter where you are, they are here to protect you. I mean, their protection right now is extremely strong, for lack of a better word. It's present. You may realize that you will have synchronicities when it comes to this male figure. You may see, I don't know, my father, for example, loved coffee. So you may find yourself in a place where you will smell coffee, yet there is no coffee. It may smell like, I was going to say cigarette, something, or a color, or a movie, or a song, or an artist, or something that was very much like your father that you may see. So because it's so broad, and I did ask for something general to be able to answer everyone, it feels like the message of your ancestors is that you have this masculine figure that is there, that loves you, that protects you, that will guide you, and that is only a call away. So believe what you will about death and what's on the other side, if there is another side, if there isn't another side, if there is ghosts, if there is spirits, we don't know. What I'm sure of knowing is that we don't know. So in the case that there is reincarnation, in the case that our soul is eternal, in the case of angel, not angel, in the case of good, bad things, whatever, the energy that I just felt, and the intense love, and the emotion that's coming through with a message from your ancestors' question and with this card, is that you have that protection, is that you are not abandoned, is that your father figure is there for you. So if you feel lonely, if you feel lost, if you feel, see right here, like when he was telling you to stop waiting, I mean, the emperor didn't become the emperor just by sitting, okay? They went to war, so there is a strong energy, like with Lord Shiva, they act when they need to, even if it's by delegation. And like Joseph, same thing. He was taking care, of his family by building stuff for his family. So there is that action, but there is that notion of protection and love and big heart and fierce protection, like a father for their daughter. Like don't mess with my daughter. Technically, okay. I'm not saying there is not. Different cases and abuse cases and stuff like that, but the energy here of this message of this card is a pure image that we have of what a father is for their daughter. Even if you're a son or man feeling, I'm just talking about that strength of love and fierce protection. Okay, so I hope you are able to feel the message I'm trying to convey here, because this is a beautiful message of you are everything to this person, because the emperor has a kingdom. So this is how they take care of the kingdom. They don't think of the the Game of Thrones lion people. What are they called? I can't remember right now. The Lannisters. Don't think of how the Lannisters would take care of the kingdom. Or what's her name? The Lannister daughter. More like how to keep the kingdom thriving, so to keep you. So I mean, notice how there is flowers, like being fed by your brain. That's kind of funny. And I like how the emperor is also represented by Frankenstein or Frankenstein. How I never say it right. How is put together by several pieces of different people. That also makes me think of the energy of Saint Joseph. Who has different. I was talking about the stepfather, the father, the biological father. So that energy comes through too, like your protecting male figure is not necessarily your biological father. Okay, so that energy is quite powerful, and don't hesitate calling on them for that little push you need, for that little action you need. They are there for you. And I spent so much time on this card that this is extremely powerful. Ritual, your magical power and how to enhance your spirituality. So what is our little bee's magical power? Again, this is gonna be for a broad amount of people. But what is your magical power and how to enhance? It's two questions in one. That's hard. What is your magical power? What is our little bee's magical power? And how can they enhance the spirituality, s'il vous plaît? What is their magical power? And how can they enhance the spirituality? Okay, I'm laughing because again, like, notice, my sweet bee. This is amazing. We are in the mental like crazy. We have 3 bats card, we have 3 sword card, and we have like the opposite that you would want to get. Man, like this is not straight. I'm sorry. I'm always fighting with my cards. But let me move this a little bit. Here we go, so you can see a little bit of what I'm trying to do. And so we only have bats so far. So which talks about mental, and when I say the mental, I don't mean like you're crazy. I mean like what's going on in your head. But your magical power and how to enhance your spirituality. Notice how with this one you had to stop sitting and just staying in your mental, right? With this one, it's time to make your decision. And with this one, which is like your magical power, this is a card of anxiety. So obviously anxiety is not your magical power. And notice how she also has the band-aid, the eye cover, the eye mask. I'm always looking for the name and I think about it afterwards. She has her eyes covered. In this case, she is like there is all these things around it. It's funny because you know what I'm thinking of? I'm not even thinking of like the mommy stuff around her body, but more like toilet paper, like Halloween decorations and when you TP your house. So obviously your magical power is not to TP your house. But this is the card of anxiety. This is a card of you refusing to get out. Not refusing, but like to be so stuck in your mental concern and worry that you cannot get out. Usually the typical the Rider-Waite 8 of sword. You have and it's funny because I do not have a Rider-Waite deck, but all the classes in the English astrological books is always using the RWS. deck. So, because it is the traditional, this is how it started. I grew up with the Tarot de Marseille, and obviously I don't have one. My mom's been talking about sending me hers. I'm waiting. Parenthesis, I don't know why I'm telling you this. So your secret power obviously is in your creativity, because somebody who thinks a lot, knows a lot, research a lot, but the problem is to be stuck in your mind. Now, I want to show you what the Eight of Swords is in this one, so you can see the difference. And maybe that's why I was stuck between the two. Because in this one, as a bats, let me see if I can move this here. As a bats, thank you, Mother Mary. Putting these bandages around you, or are they trying to remove them? Okay. Let me see. We're looking for the Eight of... This is water. Where's the Eight of... Here it is. And look at this Eight of Swords here, which is the Eight of Air. Look at how you have the angel and the feathers falling down, and like the higher perspective, and the wings wide open. This is like total different energy. We're up in the air, up on the cloud, looking at the situation from above, whereas here you're stuck in. So, let me read the question again. I'm like, this is your magical power and how to enhance your spirituality. Anxiety, mental, what does it say here? I need some help, s'il vous plaît, les guides here. With this one. How are we going to turn this as a magical power? Christ, these cards in itself, when you just describe it, it represents crisis, imprisonment with eventual freedom. Imprisonment with eventual freedom. Frozen in indecision, we're back to that. Fear of fleeing a bad situation, restrictive surroundings. And here, Miss Colette Baron Reid wrote this, created this tarot. I love the name Good Tarot. For people who are afraid of it, if I remember correctly. And air mind, as you think you shall be. So what I see with that already is that your mind has an incredible power over you. In traditional tarot, the suite is called Sword, and is a suite where the most conflict, tension, chaos, and destructive energy seem to be represented. In the Good Tarot, we relate the suite of air to the way we think, the result of that thinking, and where our thoughts could lead us. Therefore, in this deck, the air suite represents the mind, our thoughts and attitudes, and our subconscious. We are asked to remember that our thoughts are like powerful seeds. What seeds will we plant? What thoughts will we rehearse? What perspective do we take for the highest good of all? If we are intelligent creatures, how best can we use our minds to align with the highest good and the best outcome? How can we find value in our suffering as we shift from reactive and victimized to be response-able? See, that goes well with this thing. Like, it feels like this reading is definitely for people that are ridden with anxiety, indecisions, fear of action, and since the very beginning you have all these male energies that's calling on your action. It's time for you to act. Can we find freedom through radical acceptance and the right use of reason and intellect? The answer is yes, if you're willing to allow the suite of air to reveal the deep truth of your mind. Okay, so let's see what the Eight of Air. Okay, this Eight of Air here, per Colette Baron Reid. See the card fall? It's like we don't want to read this one. It won't stay. Whoops. I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear. So let's see what the energy of the Eight of... Were you going to stay? Okay, fine. I'm just going to use some help here. But the Eight of Air is release from denial, seeing things as they are, clarity. This is what you are capable of, what your response able could be. With spirit at my side, encouraging me, that spirit up there. I open my eyes to see things as they really are. You are really called to open your eyes, by the way, because I see like you have your eyes covered, you refuse to see what's around you. To be disillusioned is to free myself from illusions that keep me from the growth and healing I deserve. So I bid goodbye to illusions that have clouded my vision. Honesty gives me strength and courage to face whatever I have to face. So it feels like you may not know it, but you have this power, first of all, to see the truth, because the energy about the sword to me is always the energy of truth. I mean, we have Michael, you know, with this sword, that is to me is like bringer of truth. You have the justice with the sword, the Queen of Sword who speaks the truth. When the sword is in your reading, you know that you have at least, except for the Seven of Truth, even 1, 2, 3. I was going to say except for the Seven of Sword, but even with the Seven of Sword, you find out who may have been misbehaving in your back, if this is what the energy of the Seven of Swords represents then. So we are talking again about your power and how to enhance your spirituality. Honestly, it seems that this is up to you. Let me get this again. Where is it? Release from denial, seeing things as they are, and clarity. You have this power, and to me, you also have the power to see the truth in front of you, and that scares you. Use it. If you use this power to see the truth, it feels to me like you'll be able to get into action. You have the power to retreat, and it's possible that a lot of you are, I don't want to say antisocial, like introvert. It's very possible that a lot of you are introvert. And this is fine. But the reason why there are some people that are introvert is because they are able to feel and they're able to see. And that's a power that you can use. There is a book, I forget what the book is right now. It something about empaths and how to I mean, I'm sure she's not the only one or the first one or the last one, but go read on how to live as an empath, and you will see that there are ways for you to be around crowd and to not let other people's energy take you over. There are ways of resting so that you can be around people. You need to take some time away for yourself, but you can find a way not to be so afraid to be in crowd and around people, because you have this truth revealing power of sorts, I feel, and not just about yourself but about other people, and that could be scary. Okay, that was interesting. A love spell, a forecast for our little bee's love life and the following year. What is a forecast for little bee's love life and the following year? I was going to say could be, but we'll see what they are going to say. What's the forecast for our little bee's love life in the following year, s'il vous plaît? The Magician. Okay, so it's the Magician to me. This is someone that gets into action. You'll have a love life if you act in, and the funny thing is you have like the infinity, so you have an infinite amount of options in your love life. I was going to say before the question, but I was saying it really loud, that I don't want to focus just on relationship love, but more like any kind of love. The magician is using all the elements to create something. He's a creator. He's a powerful in the sense, and he has faith in what he can do. So you have the action and you have all the elements you can create. Just like you get out here and you go look for this love, you are in control. And that makes sense. You are, and I like that because with the major arcana, by the way, and with the number one, you are the creator of your love life. You are starting a new life. You have the power to create a new life, and I urge you to create this new life. Next to the emperor here, and it's very masculine again with the drawing. The magician could have been a woman on a woman figure, a female figure on the drawing, but we have another masculine figure. So to me, this is like the action again, not just the nurturing, but create your love life. But you have the tool, and when I talk about creating your love life, is that again you are reminded that it's not so much a relationship or a lover or something like that. It's that go get it. Don't sit, don't wait for it to come. You are really called to go out, meet, communicate, say, manifest. With a magician, we also have the notion of manifesting. If you want a certain type of lover or friend or certain love, you are called to also vibrate it and manifest it and ask for it. Do a ritual. Let's see here, s'il vous plaît. What little spell do we have for a little bee? I'm so sorry this is going on and on. I knew it was going to be a long reading. S'il vous plaît. Okay, what spell for a little bee is here? So, you can't make this up. I hope you saw it jump. Soulmate box. Write the characteristic. Write the character. 1, 2, 3. Write the characteristics you imagine your dream partner to have on tiny slips of paper and place them inside a small box together with a piece of rose quartz. This will attract your ideal lover to you. Isn't that cute? I was talking about the magician, and this is a perfect ritual. But I feel like you can do that with anything. It's not that I feel, this is how it is. You can do that with anything you want in your life. This is exactly what manifestation is about. Write it down, and when you put it in the box and let it be, and with the rose quartz, it's also the quartz that brings about love, but also self-love and acceptance. This is a great time for you to do this because new moon, new months, new cycle, perfect. Scrying. Look ahead to the best events in the coming year. What are the best events? What will summarize the best events for Annie Le Bees for the coming year, s'il vous plaît? Nos guides d'amour. Page of Imps. Page of Imps. Page of Imps. It's a page of... Okay, so this is funny because as I turned around, I saw the moon, and it's like some stuff that the guides want you to discover. It looks like this is what they want you to discover. But with this page of wands, I cannot help but thinking of the Two of Wands with the way he is looking at the fire and like holding and waiting. Because look at that, he's looking at the flames. It's Okay, so the page has the notion of messenger. We have the pyramids at the back. We have lizards. I cannot help but thinking of travel, obviously. So some of you may have some travel. He has a notion of the fool too. It looks like there is a lot of new stuff for you, but you're finally getting out. There is, with the page, we have the notion of inexperienced, the notion of learning, student, naivete. I can think of the word doesn't want to come out. Immaturity. It represents also a creative, energetic woman eager to contribute to the small world around her. Impulsive, enthusiastic, and a message. So I love that because you're finally, to me, you're finally getting out of this shell and you're finally getting into action. So I kind of even hope that you will come back in a few months and tell us, I did this, I did that. And I love how we had like all this masculine energy, and all of a sudden like the woman with her closed eyes is finally coming out of her shell. So obviously it doesn't matter whether you, however you identify, it just goes well with the story. So you go from this darkness to bringing the light, and maybe even guiding people and being creative and not have this fear, you know, keeping hold of you. This is very exciting. Okay, let me get just an extra random message using the Samhain oracle, s'il vous plaît. Nos anges d'amour. What extra message could I wanted to use the elders jumped out. The wolf, how funny. I'm not gonna go on it. And we have the candle magic that was upside down. It was just a big mess, so I want to have a clear message for little bit, s'il vous plaît. I wanted to get a moon. Maybe I'll get just a moon message, a deep moon one, s'il vous plaît. Can I get one clear message for little bit, s'il vous plaît? Ah, okay. Healer. I think that came out. And we have number 22 that I'm thinking mirror energy, soulmate energy. I think that came out in a different reading. Listen as the medicine bleeds through her teeth. A river of mercy blessed by mother, seen only by those who hold her mirror. Okay, so that's crazy because we had the beginning of the reading with Saint Joseph, and now we have the energy of a river of mercy blessed by mother. Mother could be, Mother Earth, could be Mother Mary. We have a full moon where we start with a new moon. And I like how it says, seen only by those who hold her mirror. To me, this is like trusting this energy of love that you're getting from the mother. So Mother Earth, the universe, Mother Mary, God. And we're talking about trust here at the beginning, and we have the energy of mother at the end. We start with, so that energy of love is like all surrounding you. I'm very touched by this reading. Okay, let's get a quick message from the deep moon. Oopsie. Deep moon messages. S'il vous plaît. No guide, Maman Marie. Moon message. We have another full moon here. I have power, it is real. And that's exactly what the magician here was telling you. There is you have, I feel like some of you sweet bees have serious fear of being yourself, when your true self is beautiful. Let's see what Mother Mary has to tell you, on top of what she's already telling you, that she loves you. S'il vous plaît, Maman Marie. Message for little bees here, s'il vous plaît. What's your message for little bee? For this reading, this was, I'm so touched by this reading, s'il vous plaît. Look at this, with the heart in the middle here. And the two doves. Our Lady of Love. Pray to Our Lady for the release of hate and fear within yourself and within our world. Such prayer unleashes her beautiful will. Pray, that is your role. Act on what comes to you through the heart in prayer. There is no limit to the love that can flow through you. You will never be depleted by it, only expanded. Actively conspire with her so that all hearts may know peace. This is quite powerful. This has been all this reading about you like stuck by fear when once you realize that you have all this love from your ancestors, from that strong masculine protection you have. And again, it just means that you have protection, masculine or feminine. But to me, this is like this call for action, this tremendous love you have from your ancestors. And by ancestors, I don't mean just biologically related. Just people that are on the other side that protect you fiercely and that love you fiercely. And you have that nurturing love from female energy type as well. This is amazing. I'm going to get a healing angel card. I haven't done that in a while. S'il vous plaît. Aux anges d'amour. Extra message for Annalise to close this. I haven't. Here. Achievement. That goes with the magician. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how you've come. Honor again and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Yes, sometimes we feel like we have not achieved what we thought. Sometimes our idea of achievement is not necessarily what would make us proud or what would make us happy, but you may have achieved some amazing stuff regardless, and you need to see that. I think the universe wants you to see that. Oopsie daisy, like all the cards are falling down. I want you to be grateful for a lot of things. Take a deep breath. Being alive is the greatest things of all. And take it easy. Gratitude is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes practice. So you are reminded to do one thing at a time. It's funny because we have the achievement here and the fear and the possible disappointment in yourself, and you're being reminded to take it easy and to take it one day at a time, one thing at a time, one step at a time. With that, my sweetie, I'm sending you love. This is, I don't know how much more love you can get here. Bye-bye.